Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, where there's a school that's known to all. Its specialty is winning. Boy, do they hope the Spartans play good ball. East Lansing ready for this showdown in homestanding Michigan State. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punt. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the play fake. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Sparty's defensive front is dominating, and they have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He's got the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire...
And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Quickly out to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. The Huskers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he's... And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They feed him again.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And he is knocked down immediately. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this run.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. They're trying to get to it. Hines is back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking left. Got him, and nobody's close. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see them square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow it.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And for the 2nd time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal. This one a 41-yarder. What a disappointment. No good. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The handoff to Johnson. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. With the catch, it's Coleman. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Now improvising. It's caught. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Huskers! And that one will give them the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Huskers are rolling down the field. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. We saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They want to just keep throwing it. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot. Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to Johnson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, Brimley making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
And this is why it's so important, David, to get the run game going, because it sets up play action and gives them an opportunity to take these types of shots down the field.
And it's just so hard because as a defensive lineman, when you get the play action, I'm thinking run, I'm playing run, slows that pass rush down just enough and sucks those linebackers up, make those passing windows so much bigger. Nice job by the offense.
The Huskers will have it 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's Landry. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Might be looking to run. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Landry. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Steps away to find some room. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. We have And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between... He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
Come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. He makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Third down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And at this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Nebraska! They got it. Point away from the top.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better...
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Leaves it with the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A game winner! What a finish in double overtime!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm